all communications are gone. Like, how hard would it be to shut down our power grid? How hard would it be to blow a few satellites up and no one knows shit?
Yeah, that's why like that Starlink, the satellites thing. I'm thinking about getting that, even though I have great internet, but
Yeah.
just because what if it's scary.
Yeah, I was in the mountains in Utah and they had Starlink and it was great. It works everywhere. It's real, but people keep thinking it's UFOs.
Oh yeah,
Like people keep filming it flying. What is that?
yeah, the dots in the air.
Dude, everybody's looking for UFOs now, like more than ever.
Yeah. Ring cameras are putting out $1 million bounty if you catch something on your Ring cameras right now. They will pay you $1 million.
That's good because they know they don't have to pay that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like sweet, very smart. Did you see that one in Vegas that they captured on camera? Like the dashboard cam of a police car caught this thing streaking through the sky, and then this family said that it landed in their backyard, and that these tall creatures got out of it. They saw the tall creatures. But then when George Knapp was going to interview them, like I think it was on 2 separate occasions, they just fucking wouldn't answer the door.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I think also, I mean, they might have made the whole story up, right? That's most likely. But also, imagine how freaked out you'd be if all of a sudden the whole world wanted to talk to you because of a UFO in your backyard. And I don't know if they're legal. I believe they spoke Spanish. See if you can find that story. Because it was at the beginning, I was like, "Whoa," and then I was like, "What?"
Right.
It's one of those things that you want it to be true, so you start like going, "Whoa, what is going on with this story?" And then you read it more, you read into it, and more like,
Yeah, that's all those stories, right?
every one of them.
Yeah, it's never like, oh, that we filmed it on the new iPhone. Look how crisp it is.
The only ones that I ever really make me pause are the ones from the military guys. And the ones from the military guys, the more I think about it, the more I think that is some absolute top secret shit that the United States government has developed. I think they have some super high-tech drone technology that operates on some very sophisticated propulsion system that we're not aware of.
Or different countries,
I think it's America.
You think
the
it is?
the reason why I think it's America is because these things always happen where military bases are. Like one of them happened off the coast of the Nimitz in San Diego. San Diego's where all the SEALs are. That's where a bunch of military base, there's like a bunch of exercises that go on in the sea outside of San Diego. So that makes sense. And they were doing fighter jet testing and training out there. That's how they saw this thing. So that kind of makes sense to me. And then the other ones are in the East Coast, again, in the same kind of airspace where these guys practice all the time. And I had this one guy on, Ryan Graves, and he said that when they upgraded the equipment on their jets in 2014, I believe, that's when they started seeing all these things. That's when they're like, what the fuck is going on? Now, is that an accident? Like, if they wanted to find out, like whether or not these things you could detect them, whether or not we could employ them or deploy them rather without anybody knowing, wouldn't you test them with your own guys? Like, I would. Say, hey, here's the rules. Don't shoot at those things. If you see them, we don't know what the fuck they are.
Yeah.
But they probably do know what the fuck they are. But also real aliens. I leave everything on the table. I think if you had a pie of the UFO pie, right? Most of it's bullshit. Like a good 70, 65% is
low.
bullshit.
That's really low,
You
Joe.
know me. Come on, man. I got an alien problem. I got a real alien problem. I got a UFO on the desk. We got a fucking alien head on the wall.
Yeah.
But I'm also a realist, at least in some ways. And I look at it and I go, okay, it's most of it's just bullshit. And then misunderstandings. So what's misunderstandings? How many of them are shooting stars, which happen all the time? I saw one the other day. It was dope. Just the sky just shot up and then it dies off. I was like, ooh, it's pretty. How many of them are just fighter jets, shit like that? Have you ever seen like a stealth bomber? Have you ever seen one of those?
Yeah.
In the sky?
Not in the sky. I mean, at an air museum.
We were filming Fear Factor in 2001, and it was right after 9/11. So we were out at what's the fucking city we were at? We would go there all the time. Palmdale. So Palmdale's like way out there, a lot of crack. It was a sketchy area, but also these big open roads that we could close down. And so we would do these stunts with like giant semi trucks barreling down the road, and these people had to climb on the outside of the truck, shit like that. And so we were out there and we saw this thing just flying through the air like a fucking something out of Star Wars. Everybody stopped. We were like, whoa. It's a stealth bomber just flying through the sky. They look so sick. They look like they're not of this world.
You're talking about the Blackbird, right? Is that what it's called, Blackbird or something?
I think there's more than one of them, right?
The sexy one that's like all black and it looks like it has muscles and shit.
It was sexy. It was very sexy. It was very black. It was very very spaceship looking. See if you get a video of that thing. Is there more than one?
Yeah, well, there's a couple different stealth. There's the B2 stealth, which is probably the big one you're talking about on the screen.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it looked like.
That's the new one.
That's exactly what it looked like. When I saw that thing, I was like, oh my God.
There's a couple other ones.
If you didn't know, come on, man. And you saw that thing flying through the sky, like, give me one of those images, like that image right there to your right of your cursor right there. Yeah, click on that. If you just saw that, you'd be like, oh my God, we're getting invaded for sure.
Especially at night. Can you imagine what is there a video of that at night? I bet that looks like a UFO.
I bet you can't see it at night. Like, you know, the whole idea is that it evades radar. How does that even work?
Oh, here's one.
This is...
That's from the ground. It looks like a plane.
God, these cameras.
It does look a little bit like a plane. But those three lights, don't people always say they see like three lights in the sky? How many of them are this thing? Probably a shit ton. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody always talks about a triangle-shaped craft, right? Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Fucking there it is.
Yep.
The ones that they spotted over Phoenix. Remember they had that the Phoenix lights?
And they always say, oh, it was going slow. And then out of nowhere, it just jet out of nowhere super fast.
Yeah, that's another one.
Oh, that's a nice.
Yeah.